This video is going to be very short. I'm just going to tell you what meditation is and how to do it. So you have probably done some form of meditation, whether you know it or not. Meditation is not some form of wishy-washy yoga instructor with 27 cats type thing. It is very simple, and it is just focusing on something specific and directing all your focus to that specific thing. So the most common form of meditation in the world is called Vipassana, and it is a form of mindfulness meditation where you focus on your breath, for example, or your thoughts, emotions, feelings, like bodily sensations. Like now I'm sitting on the ground, for example, I could focus on that, or I can focus on the wind slightly blowing through my hair, things like that. And you focus specifically on that one thing, and then everything else you leave out. So you will still notice the birds singing. If your focus is the wind, you'll still hear the birds singing, but you won't focus on that. You will focus on the wind, really intensely focus on feeling the wind just slightly brushing through my skin. And I will notice birds singing, I will notice cars driving by, I will notice that I sit on the floor, but that will not be the primary focus. And when I notice those things, I will just briefly acknowledge them and then let them go, and then focus on the wind again. So what I like to do is focus on the breath, and I usually do this sitting down as I am now. And it is important to find a place where you sit comfortably and open up the front of your body, because you need the airways to be very clear, and you need to have free flowing air through you. So the front of your body, your neck, chest, stomach, and also down to your hips should be very open and relaxed. And you just breathe in. So because of viewing and other stuff that I'm sure you have heard of, I like to only breathe through my nose, but you can also do what works best for you. So some people like to breathe in through their nose and then out through their mouth, or the other way around. You can do whatever you like. I just like to do with my nose, so I will breathe in and I'll just let the air just come out. And what I do in the beginning is I do very deep breath. So I will feel my stomach. It is important to get your breath, not only, I can show you, not only your chest, but your chest and your shoulders should stay pretty much the same when you breathe. It's only your stomach that should come out, and then stomach come in again. Your shoulders just should stay the same. So keep the front of your body very open, and you just let the air come in, and you feel pressure in your belly button, and you just push it out. So you push your belly button out and the rest of your stomach out. And also you should feel almost the breath reaching down to your balls and feeling your balls slightly jiggle or tickle. So you breathe in, you fill up your entire stomach, not your chest and stomach, and you let the air sink out. I do that for a few breaths, so maybe like 5 inhales. And only doing it 2 times, I'm already so much more relaxed. I feel almost like dizzy. I want to fall down, because I usually have something to lean my back against. It keeps me even more relaxed. But only a few breaths, very deep breaths, will get you so much more relaxed. And after that, you can just breathe at a normal rate, a normal intensity, let's say, but still try to keep the air coming only into your stomach and out of your stomach again, and keep your shoulders and the chest relaxed, but in the same position. You don't want to breathe with your shoulders doing that thing. So just do that, and all the time while you're breathing, you need to focus on the place which the breathing is most apparent. So for me, I used to focus on my stomach, so feeling like the pressure building up in my stomach, and then feeling the pressure release. But you can also do it with your nostrils. If you're breathing through your nose or mouth, feel right here on this millimeter where the air comes in, and you feel also when it comes out, and you keep all your focus on that specific point, or in your stomach or the other nostril or wherever. And every time you get distracted, every time you so when you do this, after just a few seconds, when you first start out, you're probably gonna think of something else. So you breathe in, and you're probably wondering what type of car is driving down there, or you're thinking about the dinner you just had, or what you're gonna eat for dinner tomorrow, or what happened on school this week, or you think about something. And that is a completely normal part about meditation, and so you should not be ashamed of that. In fact, it's very good that you do so. But the most important thing about that is that you realize that you thought of something. So you breathe, and I think of the dinner. And you think of the dinner, you think of how well it tasted, how fortunate you have to have a mom that cooks for you, whatever. But the point is, you need to realize, oh, I'm thinking about the dinner. Okay, that's good. Breath. Back to the breath. And you keep on breathing. That is the thing. So you need to keep on breathing, and every time you think of something, bring it back to the focus point. So your nostril, your breath, your the bird singing, whatever. And every time you think of something and you bring it back, that is like one rep for your brain. And if you can do many reps for the brain, it is going to improve your life in so many ways. Also, I want to say that in the beginning, it also takes like a few seconds between each rep, sort of. So you'll be sort of clear in your mind, and you'll think of something, and you'll be, oh shit, the breath. When you think of something else, bring it back. You think of something else, bring it back. But as you go on, as you do 5 minutes of this, 10 minutes of this every day, you do it for 2 weeks. After those 2 weeks, I'm sure you can go perhaps 5-10 breaths without really thinking of anything before you start, oh, I was thinking about this. Okay, bring it back to the breath. You do it longer and longer, and you will get way better at detecting when you are thinking, and that will allow you to use that specific trait in, for example, interactions and conversations, which I explained yesterday. But also, when you do it for enough time, you will also understand that when you think you are not thinking about something. So right now, for example, when I'm reading, I don't have a story that I'm entertaining in my mind. I don't have a specific thought, but I'll still, if you really think about it, I'm aware of the birds, the car, holding my phone like this, extending my arm. I'll slightly feel the back pain from sitting like this. I'll feel my butt against the mountains here. I will think of all these things, and if you really focus on just what you're thinking, or what you are experiencing and feeling in your mind, I'm not completely free yet, because I still have all these things coming in and affecting my mind. And I noticed I have only had this a few times, where I've been sitting and I've been breathing, and it has been completely silent. Even though there are birds out, I'm sitting still. But I've done it extensively, let's say for a week. So I have done, let's say, 10 minutes of meditation for a week straight. And perhaps once at the end of that week, like when I'm really being consistent with meditation, I'll have just this very brief moment for perhaps just 2 seconds where I just noticed there was nothing at all. So not a story, because that's quite a big thing, which you like, oh yeah, I was remembering back to yesterday when I was eating this and this for dinner. That's quite a big event, which you can quite easily understand that you are thinking about. But all these very, very, very small things, which you might not have like a voice in your head narrating and you speaking to yourself in your mind, but you just be very, very slight, just when you're not speaking to yourself, but you're just showing images to yourself, for example, or you have a feeling about something, like in a dream, for example. You might that's another thing about meditation, which I didn't quite expect, is I've gotten a lot more lucid dreams, not even trying, just they just happen because I have meditated now. But if you then start paying attention to your dreams, and that is also a sort of meditation in your dreams, you start to notice that you're not actively doing things in your dreams, they are just happening, and you're not saying things in your dreams, they just happen, and you just feel them. You feel like you do things in your dreams. Just a side note, but something I've been thinking about, and that exact same thing do you do all the time in your brain. So you might not realize it, like, yeah, I don't have a huge story going on, but you still have a feeling of a story, if that makes sense, in your mind. So if you do the meditation enough, you will also feel that go away. And I'm telling you, for those, I think it has only happened like 3 times for me, in like 2 seconds, when it's completely silent. When I'm breathing and it's completely silent, and there's no feelings of a story. There's no big story that I'm telling myself. There's no images that I show myself. It's just completely. That is some of the most beautiful feeling I've ever felt. So I really hope you can get to a level where you feel that yourself. And I'm as I said, it has only happened like when I've been really consistent about it. So when I'm taking a few days off, or I've forgotten about meditation a bit, or I've skipped a few days, that disappears, and I haven't been able to get it back. But that is also something I want to strive to in the weeks and months coming forward, to really start to do my meditation more consistently, and to get that specific feeling of just pure nothingness, and get that to last more than a few seconds, because that would be very interesting, I think. Hope this video helps you about understanding what meditation is, because it is not as difficult as you might think. It's just focusing on something specific, and focusing on only that, and everything else you acknowledge, and you realize that it is there, but very judgmentally, so you don't get angry at yourself. Oh, I was thinking about this, that get the thought out. No, just it comes to you. Okay, I thought about that. Let it go. Back to your breath. That is how you meditate, and I hope that helps. Bye.